You're being lied to in crypto. It's so obvious when I look at ICP, GALA, Solana, and Algorand, what is really going on. This is going to be really, really damaging potentially, not for the projects, but for the individuals trying to invest in them. That's got me really concerned. Not only are we considering the lies that are associated with these particular projects, but the lies that are associated with Casper and others out there that you should really be aware of right now. Hit the like button and let's get into today's video. Now, something got drawn to my attention this week because I put this video out about ICP just yesterday. And I myself am pretty bullish on ICP because of a lot of good things about it. And occasionally I'll open up the comments just to see what a bit of feedback is. And a lot of people are like, this scam is 99% down already. ICP is the biggest rug pull in crypto. And there's many, many more where that came from. Now, I'm not here to try and defend ICP right this second, but I just want to explain something very, very interesting. If you go and take 10 seconds to do some research, you'll realize that ICP being called a rug pull was because of something that FTX did, where basically on the launch, FTX under Sam Bankman-Fried went away and bought a ton of ICP token in order to smash the price really high and then sold a lot in order to make it dump. This was so that their favorite project Solana competition was basically wiped away. And ultimately, this left a bit of a sour taste in a lot of people's mouths when it came to ICP. And other cryptos out there right now are also getting a pretty nasty bit of flack. What else? Gala Games co-founders sue each other, alleging corporate waste, $130 million theft. Basically, two guys founded the company, one of them saying the other one has stolen $130 million. Obviously, this is terrible. This is going to cause a massive downfall of the company. I made a video about Gala, and guess what everyone told me? Gala's going to zero. It's complete BS. It's not going to do anything. What about Solana? Solana last year fell towards the downside because guess what? Our old friends FTX held a ton of Solana tokens, and it caused a plunge towards the downside. Solana falls 6% amid fears of FTX dump, but there's a catch, okay? So September 11th, that was issued. Lots of people thought Solana was going to start dumping because FTX were going to sell them off in order to pay back investors. Algorand, hackers drained $9.6 million from crypto investors' wallets. This was back in February, and a really negative knock-on event. If I make a video about Algorand, if I make a video about Solana, Gala, or ICP, all of these videos will get people in the comments being like, this project is complete crap. It's basically run by hackers, or it can be hacked, it's not this good, and no one should be buying it, and no one is buying it, it's going to go to zero. This is something that gets me very excited, and this is something that gets me wanting to buy these projects. So what does that news effectively do to the price of the tokens? Well, the news can have a little bit of a knock-on effect. But there's two types of people in the crypto markets. The big money or the smart money, let's put them together because it doesn't always have to be big money to be smart money. And then kind of everyone else, of which represents, you know, this portion here, okay, of the actual capital that is involved in, let's say, Solana. The small money, the retailers like you and me, kind of sat down here, and everything else is up here, okay, propped up in a handful of big wallets. And who really moves the markets? This side of things. So what is it that gets a bull market running? Well, once you start to have the kind of big investors coming in and putting in some cash, eventually it'll start to tip the scales. And then we'll start to see a push in the prices. Then the news goes out to the masses that the charts are pumping, everyone else YOLOs in, and then the prices continue to ramp even higher. So why do I get excited when everyone out there is telling me that these projects are crap? Well, because I take what everyone else out there says with an absolute pinch of salt. Why do I do that? Well, because I have the time, perhaps, to put in a little bit of research and understand a little bit more about these projects, which means I am not at all really impacted by the comments of other people. Whether that be positive or negative, I do take them on board and I do pay attention to what people say, but I don't really get impacted by them because fundamentally I've gone away and I've done my research. Now, when it comes to my opinion, it is but my opinion. And yeah, I'll share it with other people, and therefore other people will tell me that my opinion's wrong or whatever. If I hear someone else's opinion, I'm obviously entitled to disagree with them. I don't go after them, I just consider where that opinion came from. So right now, Solana has been heavily undervalued because of all this FTX drama and all that good stuff. However, it is also growing in terms of total value locked, growing numbers of transactions, active wallets. It's got the second largest NFT marketplace, which is taking it away from the Ethereum marketplace all the time. They've just signed a massive deal with Shopify, who do around 10% of all e-commerce deals in the US. They've got a massive deal with Visa, loads of other good stuff going on. Solana, for me, is a great and very exciting project. And I love that there is a lot of people telling everyone out there that it's crap. Why is this good for me? Well, let's think about something else, and I'm going to quickly look at Casper for this right now. I don't want to knock on Casper, because I also think Casper's a really good project. But a bit of a problem I have with Casper right now is that everyone thinks that Casper is a great project. If you're holding Casper right now, which I am, ask yourself, why do you not want to buy any more? And your answer to that will be probably, well, I already bought Casper down here, or I already bought Casper over here, or whatever else. And if you did, good. That's what you should be doing. But right now, you're not buying any more because everyone who is in the crypto space a month ago is still in the crypto space now. There's not new people coming into the market right now, which means that all these people who are like, well, I've been buying Casper, but I bought it back here. And if everyone's like, oh, I'm going to hold Casper until it reaches here, and everyone's like, well, I'm not going to buy more Casper because it's, you know, it's gone up very quickly, then who on earth is going to continue to buy Casper and push the price higher? If everyone is bullish on a project, then it's already at the price or perhaps higher than the price it would be if not everyone was bullish about it. Have you thought about that? There's no conditions to change the market right now other than people buying and selling a particular product. If Casper is already very high because everyone is bullish on it, then who's left to buy? Because all the big money would already be in accumulating, which is probably what's caused the prices to go up. So you're going to have retail flooding in, but retail doesn't really have a huge amount of impact. Effectively, you want to buy the projects that have had some pretty nasty bad news about them. And in fact, and this is going to be an unpopular thing to say, but you take money from the rich, the money from the projects that have done well, and you take it and you put it into the projects that are yet to boom. I had someone in my inner circle this week say, I'm tempted to take money out of Veracity. This was like 2 days ago or 1 day ago. I hope you won't mind. And he was saying that he wanted to take money out of Veracity and put it into Casper. Since he said that, Casper's gone up like 1%. And I still do think, for everyone who's asking, that either it's going to go up into this red box, but I still think this red area might be the top in the short term. He said he was going to take money from Veracity down here before he knew that this was going to happen, and he was going to move it into Casper. Over that period of time, Casper went up like 1%. Veracity is currently up nearly 14%. It actually peaked out around 17% up. And that was because a lot of people are giving good positive news about Casper. It's obviously ultimately is good. There's a lot of good stuff and a good support about like Casper going on right now. But consider this, when these projects are not getting all the hype and excitement and whatever that you think perhaps that they deserve, that just means that maybe right now that they're undervalued. If everyone is talking about that project right now, then you've got to ask yourself, why isn't it moving? And if it's not moving up, then it tends to mean that right now it's got a good chance of pulling back. Let's say that a true value of a crypto relies on this thing here. This thing here representing like the tokenomics, the team, the kind of the market price behind what it's doing. This is its level. When everyone's really, really positive about it, the price climbs a bit, which means that it's slightly overhyped compared to where it should be. Let's say in Casper's example, the Casper should be priced here, but actually it's priced a little bit here because everyone's like, well, it's the best thing ever. However, in Solana, which let's say the value is here, given all the stuff that's going on with Solana, but everyone's pretty bearish because of all that bad stuff that happened around Solana last year and blah, blah, blah. Then maybe the price is about here. Remember, everything must theoretically return to roughly where it was before. Now, this level can change as the market continues to change, but the feeling and the sentiment gives us a bit of leeway, which is why I would prefer to be on this side of it, with all the people hating on me for choosing certain projects, than on the other side, where everyone's patting me on the back and telling me I've chosen the best project ever. If I'm getting that reaction in a video, then I tend to think that maybe this is probably not the coin I should be putting too much attention to. I will always push towards the underdog for this very reason that I'm explaining here. Now, something else I want to point out, and this should be something you can adjust with regards to your mentality. I used to get really butthurt and upset when people were like bad-mouthing a token that I was invested in because of that thing called confirmation bias. We don't like to be told that we've made a bad decision. Until I decided to just start doing something very, very simple, and this changed my world when it came to cryptocurrency. Let's say I'm invested in ICP or Solana and someone tells me, oh, it's really crap because of this scam that happened before, it's a massive rug pull. And instead of going away and being like really upset about it, going away and going, well, why are they calling it that? What happened in the past for ICP that caused this to happen? And then I can understand, well, actually I can go away and just say, well, that's complete nonsense. That's actually not true. But I can now benefit because a lot of people who are not really prepared to go away and do that little tiny bit of due diligence are maybe going to have a little bit more of a negative impact on the price, and that's where I can get in a bit cheaper. On the flip side of things, if I say a project's not so great and someone tells me, yeah, but have you considered that it's this, and it's amazing and it's all doing all this, then maybe I can go away and look at that side of things. Take people's opinions and use them. Take people's advice and listen to it. You don't have to go and act on it, but always listen to other opinions out there, okay? I don't know everything. You don't know everything. Just listen to what other people have got to say, and maybe sometimes someone might be right. But don't just call people like liars and scammers without going and doing the due diligence, because it's going to hurt you in the long run because you're failing to do the research that you need to do. And that's probably my biggest piece of advice. People are way too emotionally excited and involved in crypto, and it's, as I mentioned in the past, a little bit weird. But you know, at the moment, I'm just going after the coins that no one wants, or at least appears to not want, because someone wants them, okay? And the big money isn't going to get affected by little Timmy writing comments on YouTube. The big money will go into these projects if it sees fit to do so, because of the tech behind it, because of the teams and all that good stuff. So if you can understand the fundamentals behind it, eventually there is a community behind it as well, and then the wider community will get on board. It's very noticeable that like 6 months ago I made a video about Solana and people were like, this is absolutely terrible, and right now it's getting far more kind of like excited bullish comments because of all that good news that came out. A news and a bad narrative or whatever disappears like the wind, guys. Trust me. And then once one of these switches and you've got in low when everyone was hating on it, then you know, you could still be friends with it. So basically, befriend these little kids when they're being bullied, okay? And when that kid becomes popular, they'll take you with them, okay? So that's what I'm looking at here with ICP, Algorand, and all that good stuff. I hope it makes good, clear sense. Now, guys, since you're in crypto, it's extremely important that you start to understand a little bit more about what yield farming is. Magpie allows you to maximize your DeFi yields. Magpie is a DeFi platform providing yields as well as VE tokenomics services. This is a very interesting thing. And you can see there's currently $72 million total value locked on this platform. Now, what's very interesting is you can lock away cryptocurrency for a pre-disclosed amount of time, and then you'll be able to earn a passive income in a variety of different tokens depending on what you choose. Now, as you can see from Twitter, they're followed by over 121,000 people already, and they have some of the biggest names in crypto Twitter following them. Now, there's a few different platforms available on this one here. You've got Magpie, you've also got Penpie and Radpie. So let's just take a quick look at what each of these does. Now, Magpie is basically allowing you to provide liquidity to the Wombat exchange. In return for providing liquidity, you're going to be able to earn an APY or annual percentage yield. It'll also allow you to boost VE tokenomics, which are what? Well, basically it allows you to have a governance right and earn rewards that way through the platform as well. This is how Magpie effectively earns its keep as well. As we click to go in here, you can see you can connect a wallet, and then down below you can see some of the APRs or annual percentage return yields available on some of these different wallets. Now, coming down below, guys, you can see that some of them here, 80% APR, with currently 170,000 total value locked. Now, obviously, guys, if you're already into yield farming and understanding how liquidity pools and everything else works, then 100% come and check this out. Obviously, you'll understand never to invest any more money than you can afford to lose, but this is a really excellent way to diversify your crypto portfolio. Now, if you click on the documentation, it will bring you across this page and you can understand a little bit more about how you can use Magpie here. And there's a big tutorial page with all of these different bits and pieces, from how to stake and how to earn rewards to how to then go and claim those rewards. Magpie offers users the opportunity to deposit their assets in boosted pools to earn high APRs, while it allows the Wombat exchange of voters to cost effectively acquire voting power and earn passive income through MGP. WOM holders can convert their tokens into MWOM to earn staking rewards on Magpie. Now, as I mentioned, there's also Penpie here, which is built on Pendle, and you can come across here and you can see that over $57 million is currently locked up there. Come down below, you can see some of the different APRs available. Now, it's really cool. because some of these allow you to do things like USDT, where you can earn like 7 or 8% in USDT. So potentially, if you're a little bit concerned about going full-blown into things like Bitcoin and various other more risky assets, then why not stick it into a stablecoin and then just earn a casual percentage yield of like 8% per year, which is obviously pretty good when you compare it with the banks, etc. Obviously, going for the pools with more value locked inside is definitely the safer option. And very soon, they're going to be launching a RadPi where you can boost on Radiant. Loads of different features to look at here, guys. Make sure you're looking for high total value locked. Here you can see the Pempi 157 mil, Magpie 9 million. All found in the link down below in the description. Make sure you go and check that out now, as well as that, give them a follow on Twitter. Hope you enjoyed today's video, guys. If you did, do me a favor, hit that like button. If you're new to the channel, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.